I just pressed this.
Okay. All right.
Excuse me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so yesterday you guys started talking about Benjamin Franklin, right?
Yes.
And you watched a YouTube video about Benjamin Franklin? No? Was it yes? Okay, do you remember any of the fun things about him? Any of the interesting facts about Benjamin Franklin? Y'all don't want to tell me?
I forgot.
Do you know what piece of money he's on? You might feel real lucky if you have one of these.
$1 million?
Not a million. 100. He's on the $100 bill. Okay. Anybody else? That's all.
He was a president.
No, he wasn't a president. He didn't quite make it a president, but he did do some other cool things. But I have a few. Let's see. I wrote down a few fun facts about him. I wrote that he was on the $100 bill. Did you know he had 16 brothers and sisters?
No.
Could you imagine having 16 brothers and sisters?
Oh my goodness.
I know, I can-
love that.
You would love it.
Yes.
I can barely handle the
Because
one.
I only have one little brother.
Oh, I have one little brother too, but I can barely handle him. Sorry.
I can handle mine. My brother likes to smack
You have
me.
more. You have more cousins than that? Oh, I probably got like 1 million cousins. All right. So, but he did have a favorite sister. Her name was Jane. Jane. Yep. All right. And Ben Frank, he also dropped out of school at 10 years old. 10 years old. So how old are y'all?
I'm 7.
7.
I'm 8.
8.
I'm 8.
So can you imagine being done with school in 2 more years?
No.
Oh, me. No, you wouldn't know anything, right?
Yeah,
But he was
we
really
be
smart.
sleepy
Huh?
bums.
You would. Well, he dropped out of school because his parents couldn't afford to send him to school anymore.
No,
Yeah.
that's super sad.
That is sad. Oh, and also his favorite color was green.
My favorite color is the rainbow, and you're wearing green.
Green. I know. I didn't know that, but now I mean it makes sense why I have a green. All right. So today I'm gonna let you. Can they watch that YouTube video again? The Ben Frank. Okay. I'm gonna let. It should be. Let's see. Maybe not. I know it was on that other. Oh, this is. I'm going too far. Hold on, guys. Okay. So today we're going to start talking about nonfiction text features. So does anybody remember what nonfiction means?
Something that's real, like spiders or grasshoppers. Grasshoppers eat other bugs.
What do you think?
Or like animals, like camels,
Yep.
wolves,
Yep.
and
Tonight.
geese.
Yep,
It means that in a book that it's telling you facts about the animal or thing what you're learning about.
Right. So nonfiction is books that are about things that really happen, right? So would a book about let's see.
Bees?
A book about bees could be real. But if the bees were talking, would that be real?
No.
No, because that's what
That is
fiction, and fiction is
Oh,
fake. While it's fun, it's
Come
most
explore
times
this
fake, right? Okay.
with me. I'm in.
It's frozen.
You gotta press the freeze button. Can I help you?
I got you.
Okay. So now I'm gonna let you rewatch the video about Benjamin Franklin, and then we'll talk about some more.
Franklin. Benjamin Franklin was one of the founding fathers. He played a part in the American Revolution and helped America become a new country. The word founding fathers means that he was one of the people that helped start America. And he is on the $100 bill. Now here's a little bit of history about Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin was born in 1706 in Boston. Benjamin Franklin taught himself by reading books. He was also a scientist, writer, and an inventor. Later in life, in the 1770s, he played a part in the American Revolution, the war where the American colonies got their independence and became a brand new country. Benjamin Franklin even helped write the Declaration of Independence. Benjamin Franklin helped America become a new country. He was born a British colonist. Later in life, he was an American. Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers, played a part in the American Revolution and helped America become a new country. And he's on the $100 bill, just a fun fact. You know, if you ever get one of those, it's got Benjamin Franklin's face on it. You know, the inventor, the scientist, the writer who helped start America. Thanks so much for watching this video on Benjamin Franklin.
Okay. So, in the book or video about Benjamin Franklin, is that fiction or nonfiction?
Non-fiction.
Nonfiction, because that was about his life and about things that could really happen, right? Okay. So, in nonfiction, you also have things called text features. Text features are parts of the book that help you understand what you're going to be reading, who you're reading about. It also gives you things like definitions and other things like that. Okay? So the first part of your book may be the table of contents. The table of contents is a list of topics in the book and what page they're on. So if they talked about Benjamin Franklin writing the Declaration of Independence, it might say Declaration of Independence, page 10. So then you would know that you could go to page 10 and then it would talk all about the Declaration of Independence. Okay? Also in your book, you would have things like bold print. Does anybody know what the bold print in the book would help with?
It's like keywords that like stand out.
Right, keywords that stand out and also that may tell you, like, for instance, it calls attention to important words. Like in this sentence right here, the goblin shark lives in the deep sea off the coast of South Africa. So, what's that sentence about?
Like
The goblin shark. Okay. Also, in yes, Brandon? Oh, I'm sorry. I'll call you the next time, okay? So, also in your book, for text features, you may have things like headings and subheadings. Headings and subheadings tell you what's on each page or what the section would be about. So for this page, the heading says spiders on the web. So what do you think that page is going to be about, Brandon?
Spiders, what they do on the web, how they make the web.
Right. So, right, because this little sentence says spiders make their webs from silk, which they produce themselves. And the silk is produced in the spinneret gland at the end of the abdomen. So that page is completely about spiders and their web. Also, in nonfiction text features, you would have something called the index. Does anybody know what the index is?
the index is like the definition of the word that's like bold or the meaning of the word.
So, okay. So in the index may have things like, it may be one word. It may not be like a definition. It may be one word. Like for a book about spiders, it might be something like abdomen. And then it would have like a comma and a page number. So if you wanted to know about the abdomen of the spider, which is like their stomach, you would go to page 5 and it will tell you all about the abdomen. Okay? Another text feature would be the glossary. Does anybody know what the glossary is? Y'all on fire.
It tells you about a word like kangaroos. They jump really high and they have a pocket where they put their babies.
Right. So the glossary, it gives you definitions for important words in the text. So like in this glossary about spiders, it would say abdomen, and it tells you what the abdomen is. It says the back part of the spider's body. So I was actually wrong. I thought it was like their stomach, but it says the back part of their body. And then it also says arachnid, and an arachnid is an 8-legged member of the arthropod family. So like spiders or any insect with 8 legs. You can also have something called captions. Does anybody know what captions are?
The captions are, it's like a little bit of like this, a picture and like words below.
Good job. Yes, a caption is like a picture, and below it, like this picture is of a spider, and then up under it, the caption says close up on a spider, close up of a spider on a wall. So it's just telling you a little bit about the picture that is above it. Okay. Strong reading and
use
text features in a book to find key details or facts. Okay, so good readers can identify text features and the types of facts they provide to help us better understand the topic. Text features give us information in a non-fiction text. It makes the text and pictures easier to understand. So some examples would be, can I stop this? Okay, so some examples would be photography. These are examples of text features. So photography, the index, the caption, a diagram like another picture, or bold text. Okay. Alright, so let's look back on a couple pages from our story. We're going to see if we can work together and find text features. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to let you guys help me fill out this anchor chart about text features. So the first thing that I need to write is the title of my text. And we're going to read a book about Ruby Bridges. So what's the title of my text?
Ruby Bridges.
Ruby Bridges. Okay. Okay. So let's read about old Ruby. All right, Ruby Bridges. So, meet Ruby Bridges. Ruby Bridges became famous when she was only 6 years old. She was the first African American student to go to an all-white school in Louisiana. So what's this at the top? Subheading. Ruby was born on September 8, 1954 in Tylertown, Mississippi. She had 2 younger brothers and a younger sister. Her family moved to New Orleans, Louisiana when Ruby was 4 years old. In 1954, a new law said that students had to integrate. That means that black children must be allowed to attend white schools. Many white people in the South hated the idea of their children sharing a classroom with black children. So right here, I have a little caption that says, many white people tried to fight against segregation. What's this called? I just kind of told you. Really?
A caption.
A caption, because it's telling us about what?
The picture.
The picture.
Wait, go back. I was gonna tell you
Oh,
something.
okay, go ahead. You can go ahead.
There's a bold print.
The bold print. Yep, I skipped that part.
Immigrant.
Intergrade.
Yeah, immigrant.
Yep, that's a bold print. So that's the what's the bold
That's a meaning of a
meaning of a word? Well, they're bold because it wants us to figure out the meaning of that word. So, a brave young girl, Ruby was chosen to integrate William Franz Elementary School in New Orleans. She would be the only African American in the school. The white parents were very angry. They were ready to do what they could to stop Ruby from coming. Ruby started first grade on November 14, 1960. Angry protesters were waiting outside the school when she arrived. Federal marshals had to protect Ruby and her mom as they entered the school. Here's a fast fact. While white people chanted 2, 4, 6, 8, we don't want to integrate, they also threw things at Ruby and her mother. Was that nice?
No, it's all bold print.
Extra.
Other page.
Bold print, yep. So once inside the school, Ruby and her mother were taken to the principal's office. They waited there all day. They saw white parents take their children home. The parents chose to keep their kids out of school rather than have them be there with a black child. On her second day of school, Ruby faced the same screaming parents outside her school. Inside, her new teacher, Barbara Henry, greeted Ruby with a hug. Ruby was Miss Henry's only student. There were no other kids in the class. Got another caption. Miss Henry later posed in the classroom she shared with Ruby. So that's a picture of Miss Henry. You see it? A hard year. Ruby was the only student in her class all year. It was not safe for her to eat in the lunchroom or to play outside at recess. Ruby became very lonely. Miss Henry ate lunch with her student and tried to make class fun. The next year, there were more black kids at Ruby's school. The protesters were gone, but so was Miss Henry. Ruby always wondered what happened to her teacher. About this picture, as time passed, white children returned to school. So she got some friends. All right, Ruby grows up. When she grew up, Ruby married Malcolm Hall and had a family of her own. In 1995, she reunited with her favorite teacher, Miss Henry. They hugged each other like they used to every morning in first grade. In 1999, Ruby wrote a book about her life called Through My Eyes. She also started the Ruby Bridges Foundation. The foundation helped parents and schools work together to end racism. Ruby Bridges was a brave little girl who grew up into an amazing woman. Her courage helped bring about important changes in the United States, and her story continues to inspire people today. All right, then, yes, ma'am.
New Orleans, Louisiana. That's where my parents went. Saturday and Sunday.
For the Super Bowl.
No, they didn't
Oh.
want to go to the show.
Oh.
The costume or something.
That sounds fun. Okay, so let's see. What was our main topic of this book? Who can tell me? Ruby Bridges again. And what? What else?
It was also about her life.
So we'll say Ruby Bridges' life. Okay. Now let's talk about what text features were used in our book. So who can tell me one text feature they remember seeing in our book? Tonight?
We saw boat.
bold print. Okay. What? Bold print. What else?
Captions.
Captions. What else?
Was it a glossary?
Let's see.
Yeah.
There is a glossary. So in the glossary, we can go back and find out meanings of the bold print words, right? So one of our bold print words was integrate. So integrate means to bring two separate things together. So our glossary gives us our definition. So we had a glossary. Let's see. What else did we have? We have an index. Let's find it. Index. Who remembers what the index does?
And it tells you what the pages are about and what pages they are on.
Correct. So in this index, it says early life. In Ruby's early life, we should be able to read about that on pages 6 through 23. So from here, we can go to page 6 and we start talking about her life, when she moved to Mississippi. When she moved from Mississippi to Louisiana. Tells us when she started school. Tells us about her teacher. So we had an index. Did we have headings and subheadings?
Yes.
Yep. Headings and subheadings at the top of our, not every page, but at the top of the pages, there were headings and subheadings. Okay. Were there any captions? Oh, we put captions. Okay. Does anybody have any questions?
Is Ruby Bridges still alive?
I don't know.
She might be dead.
I don't think she is. I have to look that up and I'll tell you.
How old was Ruby Bridges when she was a grown up?
How old did she live to be?
Yeah.
Does it tell us? Let's see. I don't think it tells us. It just tells us that she grew up, she got married, and she had a family. She looks pretty old right there, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Miss Henry looks way older.
Yeah, Miss Henry. Because Miss Henry was already an adult when Ruby
Yeah.
was a kid, remember?
Yeah.
Alright. Yes, ma'am.
Was there a table of contents?
What's that? Let's see. Oh, yes, Tanaya, thank you. There is a table of content, and it tells us, what does it tell us?
It tells us the page number and
The
the
name of the page.
Well,
It
The-
tells us what page is on, but it tells us the page.
so like a list of like this top, like one of the things in the table of content was Ruby grows up. And so when we go to page 25 in the book, it should tell us all about her growing up. And yeah, it tells us that she grew up and she got married and then she reunited with Miss Hall. So,
no, Miss Hall.
Miss Hall. Yep. Not Miss Hall. Miss Henry. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. She married Mr. Hall.